Presented by RawRaceTech.com. Raw Race Technologies. Engage yourself.
Yeah, as soon as we get this Ironman thing over with and relax a little bit, my season's over after that, and then what I do for the winter is put on races to raise money for different charities. And we've got the relay coming up, which is a 4x1 mile blast, and it's December 11th. You guys are going to be there, I know. In Juno Beach.
Last year we were doing.
Last year you guys won.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Some shoes, I got some new kicks.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, it's competitive, but what we do is we try to raise money for various charities. And this year's charity is the Bella Carvalho Foundation.
Beautiful.
And all the money goes to that, and we have a lot of fun. And we have different divisions. We've got costumes, we've got corporate, we've got family, we've got events coming up. When we get back, we're going to do a big pancake breakfast, and we're going to include Real Deal Bikes and Mimi's Beginner Running Group, our triathlon club through the store, Running Sports Racing, some of the crew and Dick's Bike, whoever wants to come by, pancakes. And
people would love to ask this question, so I'm going to make sure I ask. Tell us, how do you find the mental tenacity to push when you know that your body, really, really needs to, take a break or, let up? I mean, how do you continue to drive forward when it's, on the rivet and, your body's screaming for mercy?
In training or in race?
In racing.
In racing. It's a lot of things, actually. I have a lot of people that throughout the years have inspired me, have kind of lit that fire, and I think of those people most of the time. My mom being number one, my dad being number two, and my mom, who's not with us anymore, continues to inspire me. Even when I'm feeling as bad as possible out there, I always think about what she went through battling cancer and thinking, this is nothing. This is temporary. It'll be over either in 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever the distance that you're doing, 2 hours if you're doing Olympic distance. But and then my dad, who's still with us but not doing very well, and it's just, and I think about them, and that just kind of gives me that kick in the butt to keep going and to even go harder if you possibly can, or to go longer if you possibly can. And hopefully the training that you've done will back that up. Because sometimes, you'll have the tenacity, but it's just, your body's just not there. And that's happened to me in the past, too. And George, my husband, inspires me. He's the toughest, one of the toughest people I know on this planet.
Yep.
And he won't admit it, but he's like, you want to work just as hard. So, on days when I'm not feeling it, sometimes I just look over and see how hard he's working, and it's like, oh man, get over yourself. Professional bike racing, for us old timers, which we are, in the sport, not in my mind, but in the sport we are, because we've been around for so long. You guys inspire us in a different way, because your energy and your excitement getting into a new sport and doing really well. I mean, you guys are really, this guy's doing unbelievable for his second year of the sport of triathlon. He's having the fastest bike splits in an overall race, and then coming in and podium. And what do you have going on at your store? Anything?
For myself, I got this race, and then I'm gonna go out to Kona. We have Raw Race Technologies has a large batch of wheels coming in, so we're setting up sponsorships for next year with some cycling teams. A large team in Tennessee, 100-person triathlon club wants to buy wheels for their club. I'm not sure about how much or how that will work yet, but we're working on some things like that. Have some investors putting some money into the wheel company, so I'm really pleased with that. So we're working on some new prototypes, new designs. I'd like to create a disc, so that'll happen probably within like a year or so.
That'll make George happy.
Yep.
Yeah, and the one I have is one of the original sets that Rudy customized for me, with a cute little design there. And that wheel, those wheels have a lot of miles in them. They are pretty bulletproof as far as I'm concerned. Especially over the last 2 years, I've been doing a lot more distance racing, and those are my training wheels, and they are just unbelievable. I had one problem, not one issue, not one spoke, nothing. Everything's been great. Now it's one of the original sets, so I've been impressed. I've gone through a lot. These wheels are tough as nails. They're
I mean, you know, after I came back from racing in Belgium, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a really strong wheel, a carbon wheel that was really strong. I wanted to basically take away the power that Zip often, like, you know, brings to the table with a high price and a low, like, you know, durability. I wanted to bring the price down, more manageable, and I wanted to bring the durability up, and, you know, not use any proprietary spokes. So that way, you know, if something were to break, it's the spoke, not the hover rim, and that is very easy. It's like a fuse to like an electrical box, instead of allowing one of the major portions of the wheel to get damaged. You know. But long story short, I'm glad to hear that you like them, and that's what the goal was, to make a very strong wheel that can be ridden, you know, 365.
Yeah, Zenith has been great too. That's my new bike, fairly new. I've had it about 2 months, and the handlebars are old. Don't look at those. I've had those for probably 6 years.
Those are her favorites.
I love those aero bars. They don't make them
her.
anymore, so until they completely fall apart, I'm keeping them.
Yeah.
But no, the bike's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you had a lot of success with Fuji, and Fuji made a beautiful bike. When I saw the wind tunnel designs behind this, you know, they used a French chalk method, mixing talc powder and kerosene. They painted it on, turned the wind turbine up, and it actually blows the moisture away and leaves a three-dimensional, tangible chalk line to show where the problems are. You understand? Instead of where there's smoke, then they turn off the vents, and then the smoke is gone.
An impression.
You can tangibly touch where the problem is, and then refine it.
Where
and
it's
do it
creating
better.
drag, you mean?
Correct.
Ah.
So yeah, like once I saw on YouTube the Zenith, the wind tunnel testing, I was blown away, and I knew that it would be a bike.
George said it took him this long to find a bike that he wanted to actually buy, and he looked at the wind tunnel results, and he went. When you told him you were getting Jameis, he was all over that. So after 15 years, he's riding a new bike, and it's the same as mine, just a different color.
First, was that the half Ironman he did in Disney?
Yeah.
On that Jameis, he also set the fastest bike
Bike
split for
splits.
his, I think, for his division or overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
very
loves it.
impressed. So,
He loves it.
yeah, very pleased. Jameis, thank you very much for
Thank
helping
you.
Linda
Absolutely.
with the bicycle. She's obviously representing you guys very well.
And that's what he rides as well.
Yep, myself as well. And,
Another rocket ship.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. So, well, look, it's been very pleasurable. Oh, you know what?
You coordinated the color of your shirt, your shoes,
And the
the
bike?
bike, and the wheels.
Did you get that thought, Rudy? or
I
that's
don't know
a
how
fact?
that worked out, but it's Black and Red Day, Black and Red Friday here. Yeah, you and Tom and that whole newbie crew and Emmanuel and
Flying.
you guys every weekend.
Flying.
Every weekend they're challenging us old timers. You guys are bringing a
Emmanuel.
whole new energy into the sport of triathlon, and it's really cool. And I think you guys are going to just
Next
continue to
generation
improve.
rolls through, you
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely, and
I mean,
anything
you
we
know,
can do
it's-
to help. I mean, you guys are helping us, just keeping us going.
It's perfect. You know, people have a good place to come for the running information. They can come and see us for the bicycle stuff. So it's really a beautiful.
It's a nice real deal, running sports
That's
and
right.
RA. So
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. That was
Yeah.
not planned.
Raw Race Technologies, running sports, real deal.
And crochet
I'm-
tile.
Crochet
Yeah,
tile.
yeah. Deepest part of my heart. Best of luck to you. I got faith in you. I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna
man.
be there.
Hell.
You're
I
the
know you're
man.
gonna do great.
Good luck
You're a
this weekend
champion.
in
You're a
Miami.
champion. You're a champion.
Oh, Rudy, you guys put me to shame out there now, but.
Presented by RawRaceTech.com. Raw Race Technologies. Engage yourself.